Hello everybody and welcome once again. Here I am with week 2, game 3, and I'm with the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, Coach Philip Shadowens. Coach, you played, my goodness, Pearl Cone. Yeah, I'm getting loose. Pearl Cone. I'm getting old. You played Pearl Cone on Saturday. You went through your coach's show, or Friday night. You went through your coach's show on Saturday. I'll get it right in a minute. And had a chance to review the film somewhat. I know you go over it always on Friday night, but then you had a chance to peel back the onion layers a little bit deeper. Was there anything that stood out in the film or anything about Pearl Cone that you like to add?
Just the things were confirmed after you watch videos. I thought we played an unfocused first half, and give them some credit, for that. I thought they played well, but I thought we played somewhat unfocused. Probably thought it was going to be a little bit easier, and when you do that as a football team, you get taught some lessons. And I thought in the first half we learned some lessons, and you realize that every team demands respect, and we knew how athletic they were going to be. They obviously proved that they were very athletic. But then I thought in the second half we'd come out and do what we were supposed to do. And played physical, didn't play focused at times, but I thought the second half was much better, and a good learning lesson for our kids.
Injury-wise, did you have any bangs or bruises? Are you okay at this point in the season going into game 3?
Got plenty of bangs and bruises. Jamie Kent had a little bit of a, I guess they diagnosed him with concussion. I'm not for sure what it was, so he may or may not be able to play tomorrow night. But other than that, I think we have everybody back. Maybe our center, who didn't play last week at all, one of our centers, Atkins,
crucial player,
MCL, and he may or may not be able to play. He'll be able to play tomorrow night. Now, whether we let him play is another story. We feel like we have another senior that can step in and do a great job for us there. He was hurt last week, so we went to our third center last week. And
how'd that work out?
And it worked out fine. He struggled with some snaps early, being nervous. But all in all, he did an admirable job, and we thought he gave great effort. So this week we'll start a senior there who started the first week at guard. Was hurt last week and just spot played. So we've had some injuries up front, but we've been able to overcome those, and I feel good going in this week with the moves we made.
Special teams wise, did you feel like you performed well Friday night? You feel you're okay there?
Yeah, I feel like we executed most things okay. Punted the ball a couple times for the first time all year, and thought we executed that well. I thought we hit a field goal, hit all our extra points, which is always good. And I thought all in all it was a much improved special teams effort.
Let's put the Firebirds in the book and let's move on. Tomorrow night will be a big game. We all go into district play here at 7 AAA, and you've got probably one of the toughest games on the schedule, the two of you. I'd say he's got a tough game and you've got a tough game. Nothing against each other, but as you said, I think best on the Saturday show, one of you's going to be 2-1 and one of you's going to be 3-0, and I'll let you take it from right there.
Well, absolutely. It's going to be it's the next district game. It's the first one of the year. It's a rival, but everybody in the county's a rival. So to be honest, so that's part of it. But the most important thing is our next game, and I don't think one game's more important than the other anymore.
Because they all count.
Because they all count the same now, and but obviously, we're looking forward to tomorrow night. Our kids are excited. We've had a great week of practice, a very physical week of practice where, kids have kind of banged on each other pretty good, and you can tell they're excited about playing a district opponent, someone they're familiar with, and I'm sure Seagull's excited about playing us. So tomorrow night will be a great high school atmosphere. It's probably what people would say is the biggest game in the county, I guess, as far as the matchups go, and
with the talent on both sides of the ball.
And it ought to be good, and we'll have a huge old crowd tomorrow night, and it'll be what high school football is all about.
Well, and that's just it. And everybody's got a glimpse of Seagull from the Jamboree, and we understand they can throw, but they're talk to us a little bit. They're more of a running football club. Talk to us a little bit about their offense and defense, Coach.
It depends on who's playing quarterback. Little Stock was hurt.
Yeah.
Last week and didn't play, but their other two kids came in and played very admirable. Obviously, they scored 50 points or 49 against Lincoln County. And
running clock they've had.
Yeah, they've had running clocks both weeks, which is good for them. But they scored a bunch of points. They've been very explosive offensively, and some of that's based on tempo, I think.
Yeah.
And, obviously, they're talented kids, but also the tempo has caused people a lot of problems. And hopefully we'll get better, and we'll be able to handle the tempo. And I thought last week against Pearl Cone, they tried to tempo us, and I thought that was great for our kids. That was
you loved it.
That was a perfect scenario for our kids. So we got a little taste of what that's like. Seagull will go faster than that, but at the same time, it gave us a little taste. We hadn't worked on it at all for last week, and so we kind of threw our kids into the fire and made them kind of deal with it. So that was good for us. Defensively, I think they get them 7 points. So Franklin scored 1 touchdown. It was either 6 or 7, I don't know. Lincoln County didn't score, didn't really threaten to score against them, I didn't think.
So you don't think they've been tested really?
Well, they haven't been tested really, but at the same time, I think their defense is much improved
from
what I can see. You know, they haven't played against a good offensive football team, and I don't know if we're a good offensive team or not. I guess we'll get to find out tomorrow night a little bit about that. But we certainly feel like, you know, we have a chance to score, and we better, because they're pretty good offensively, and we think it's going to take some points to win, and we're excited.
I'm excited for you. Let's steer a little bit away from tomorrow night, and I want to talk about two milestones. You've had the opportunity to handle a couple of kids and a couple of milestones. One will be reached Saturday as a freshman will get many carries for Ole Miss, and he scored 3 touchdowns a week ago in their inter-squad scrimmage for 100 yards. Talk a little bit about Itavis and how proud you are of him and just all the all-season work, and now he's poised and ready to run for the Rebels of Ole Miss.
Absolutely. I text him. I've only texted him a few times since he's been down there just to check on him. But I did text him after the scrimmage.
Yeah.
It might have been last weekend, actually, but I can't remember exactly when it was, about a week ago. And I told him we were proud of him, heard a lot of good things going on, and he said his body was sore, you know, and obviously coming through camp and finishing with, I guess, the scrimmage, you know, before they started regular game preparations. But I've heard a lot of good things about what he's doing down there, and none of those things surprised me. I knew how good a player he was. I knew he would go down there and be successful. And, you know, we just hope he stays healthy. Hope they don't overuse him as a freshman, you know, but I know they're going to use him quite a bit, and I'm excited for him, and that starts on Saturday. You got Rodriguez Wilkes that starts his senior year at UT on Friday against North Carolina State.
Tyler Eady, UT
got
Martin.
Tyler Eady at UT Martin as a junior. He's got 2 years left. We have numerous other kids.
Assistant coach at Clemson.
Right, Adam Smotherman, who's now at Furman.
He's now at Furman.
He's now at Furman.
He's moving around quicker than I can chase him.
He's not a GA anymore. He has a legit weightlifting coach job at Furman.
There's no way you can lift weights like Smo. He likes the weight room.
So he's there. I've got numerous other kids that are playing in college football. I'm really
Raby
blessed.
at Rhodes.
Raby at Rhodes. Jake
Brown.
Armstrong. I got Jake Armstrong at Carson Newman. Ryan Davenport at Brown. Jess Patton at Princeton.
Yep.
Dwan Brown at Tennessee Tech. And I'm missing somebody, dadgummit. I'm having brain lock. I'm under pressure right now, I guess. But anyway, I got lots of kids that are.
They're all good, and we love them all.
You know, Jeremiah Bryson at Middle Tennessee, and I only coached him his freshman year, but I still treat him like he's mine. Deion Meadows at Marshall. I mean, you know, just really blessed to have been able to coach a lot of really good football players, and
stands a lot for this county.
Absolutely, our county is loaded with players. We have a lot of kids that are playing, you know, Saturday college football from our county, not just from kids I've coached, but kids from all other schools, and so that's obviously a blessing that our fans in our county get to see a lot of good football players.
Let's close with one last notch. A quarterback that you coached that brought you through 2 state championships. He crossed a milestone last night. He'll leave AA Midland and the long bus rides and the tumbleweed, and he's headed to California to wine country to Sacramento. Talk a little bit about Sonny Gray and the accomplishments and just how proud you can be just about a kid and all his adversities and where he's come from.
Absolutely. A kid that we knew would be successful as an athlete, but also I know he was going to be successful as a human. You know, went through his father dying as a freshman and being there and for that, and how traumatic that was for him, and he was able to get through those things and stay focused on what was important. I texted him probably about a month ago when he was struggling.
Oh, he was struggling.
And he was struggling. I texted him and told him how proud we were and how we knew that just believe in who you are and everything will be okay. And I just felt led to do that. I think he was having maybe one of those moments, you know, that you struggle in the minor sometimes with, and you know, they're trying to let him just throw one pitch, you know, working on things.
Yeah.
But for a kid who's a competitor like Sonny, who hates to lose, that's tough when they only let him throw one pitch all night.
He wants to blow it by him every time.
Right, so that was good, and I've stayed, you know, he's so busy, I don't text him very often, but when I do, you know, it's always good to hear from him. So he's going to AAA, and, you know, hopefully he's with the Oakland A's. You know, it could mean something special at the end of the year. I don't know that it will. They may hold him back one more year before they give him an opportunity in the majors, but you never know who gets called up at the end of the year either. So if he can go to AAA, have some good success there, he may have an opportunity at the end of the year to be called up to probably a playoff Oakland A's team. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen with that, but certainly been blessed to be around a lot of good athletes, but maybe more important than that, a lot of good kids.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you and all you've done, and they seem to enjoy you. Let's all join up here tomorrow night at the Inferno. Seagull Stars are coming in. That game is at 7 o'clock, 7 AAA. Blackman Blaze, Seagull Stars. Y'all be here.